Hi, I'm Mark Salva, my wife Julie. We've been going to Hermitage Hills about 13, 14 years, but who's really counting, right?
Fact checkers are counting.
Fact checkers will count, those Facebook fact checkers. Yes. We have a son, Matt, who is 23, four, but who's counting, right? He's married to Jackie. They've been married for about 2.5 years. We have 2 dogs, Finley and Fiona.
Hi, we're Steve and Candy Sakarapanee. We have been here at Hermitage Hills for 12 years. We have an adult son, Sebastian, who's married to Kathy, and then our youngest son, Logan, is a senior in college.
So our sons went to the same school. Their oldest son was older than our son, but Mark coached him in football. So through football, we kind of got to know him a little bit. I remember we were on a bus going to an away game, and Steve noticed that I had a Bible study book popping out of my bag, so that was one thing. But I had been told, and I think I've told you guys this, I had been told about Steve. They said, you see that guy over there? He said he's super nice, but he could kill you with his bare hands. Well, that was interesting to me. And so I wanted to be his friend, and her Candy's friend as well, obviously. Yeah, clearly, right? We would kind of sit together at pregame meals and things like that. And through that, we got to know each other. And
What she left out of that story is he drew attention to us on said bus and announced that I was looking for the brownie tray that had passed, and I was looking for it again, and
which was embarrassing at the time, but now it's like, where are they? Where are the brownies?
It's still very much part of what I'm looking for. Where are the brownies?
Where are the brownies?
So I am currently involved in student ministry. I teach 11th and 12th grade guys along with Barry Brooks and Todd Rogers. But it's a ministry I really believe in, especially that age specifically, because in my previous life here I coached football in high school, but I also coached in college. So that transitional time has always kind of been important to me. You know, I feel like I have a lot to offer that age in terms of navigating, because there were godly men that influenced me at that age, and it's kind of a way for me to kind of give back a little bit.
So we're separated on Sunday mornings because I work in the adult ministry. I'm a life group leader of the Faith Life group with Bobby Roberts. And I got involved in that because I just love teaching. I was attending life group, and I remember the leader at the time said, hey, we need another teacher in here. And I looked at Mark after class and I was like, you know, I really would like to do that. Do you think I could? And
it wasn't a matter if she could. She's the best teacher I've ever seen, so.
But it was an adult co-ed class, and being real honest, it was a matter of, can a woman teach that class? And fortunately, the leadership here at the church, you know, was like, hey, jump in and go for it. I love it.
Well, we started going to the adult Nike class in the same class they were in, and we transitioned to Polkas as well. On and off, I helped teach Polkas as well, but I just enjoyed teaching. And in my job, I was in a division of training for about 12 years, and I still wanted to have an impact on young men as well. So since 11th and 12th grade was already taken, 9th and 10th grade was open, and so I helped teach the 9th and 10th grade guys and get them ready for Mark and Todd's class.
One of the areas that I've served in here at Hermitage Hills is the worship team. From the time I was a little girl, my dad was the song leader of our small local church. We had about 50 members. He played the guitar. We didn't have a worship pastor. He was our song leader. And as I continued to sing and join choirs in school and whatnot, you know, my father would try to invest in that a little more, trying to get me to sing different genres of music. And I can remember that I just didn't like it. It didn't feel right. And through, you know, just praying through that and working through that, I remember just having this very clear moment where God was like, it's worship. I called you to lead worship. I didn't call you to sing any other genre. I called you to lead worship, and that's different. It's different because it's not as much choir, it's not as much singing as it is allowing yourself to be transparent in the way that you interact with a holy God. That's what it means to be in worship team. It's not a performance, it's not a spectator sport. It very much is just inviting others to engage with you in the way that you engage with your God, the way that you engage with your Lord, and hoping to encourage people in their own efforts of worship. So I'm super grateful that we have the team that we do, that we have the group that we have that loves the Lord and surrenders to the Lord and just wants to be together and lead others to worship and love Him as well.
All of us in what we're doing, we just want to meet people where they're at and just try to help them, come alongside them in their walk, bringing them a little closer to Jesus. I mean, that's what we're here for, you know? Let's just get a little closer to Jesus. And God has blessed us in that, you know, He has allowed us to serve. And I think that's the really cool thing, that He gives us gifts and we get to use them for the body.
You know, we're called to give our time, talent, and treasure. And, you know, the Bible tells us in James not to be not just hearers of the word, but doers of the word. So I don't have a choice. I have to serve. I have to give. I have to give my time, talent, and treasure. Otherwise, I'm just one big hypocrite.
We have 2 adult sons, but you know, leading by example is huge for me. So if I'm teaching them to serve others, then I need to be as well. And also, I mean, serving gives us purpose in life, and He gives us a drive to continue to get better at all the gifts that God's blessed us with. So
Everything we are a living sacrifice for the Holy God. And so with that in mind, what is my time, my talent, and my treasure? And it's every resource God's given you. It's the influence you have because of your appearance. It's the influence that you have because of your aptitude. It's the influence that you have because of gifts, whether it be music or teaching or any other area. And when you step into the fact that nothing I have is because of who I am, then everything I have and everything I am is because of who He is and because of the way that He lives out in me. So when you look at time, treasure, and talent through that lens, you can find something that you can step into. You can find some way to start your first step, because there's some area of influence that you have, and you have an opportunity to give it and to give it generously.